Hi everybody, welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we're going to do sort of a little bit harder than standard steady state, but still not quite at the threshold here. We're going to do 6 5-minute pieces, round about a 24 with 1 minute of rest between each of them. And I'm gonna, you've got in the top left-hand corner my app that I use with my clients, and I've got it set up to do some force curve type things. I know there's people who are interested in looking at that. And what I'm able to do with this is basically, click on any one of these and change, so if I want to change that to stroke rate, I can do that. So any one of these 9 things I can change. So what I've got here is drive length. I've got my heart rate, which I haven't connected to yet. So let me go ahead and connect that to the device. So I'll get that done. And then what will happen is it will start to show the heart rate as it's connected to so I've got a heart rate monitor on here, and I'm just going to go and confirm that. And hopefully that's going to kick off pretty good soon. But I'm going to start with a warm-up, and specifically in the warm-up I'm going to talk about where your center of gravity is. So we're going to do a quick pick drill for 5 or 6 minutes, and then we're going to get into the workout so you can stretch and stop the video before we do the workout. The workout again is 6 5-minute pieces with 1 minute of break, a little bit more intensity into it than just a sort of UT2 type workout. But we'll get into it, and we'll see how we go today. So I haven't put out a lot of content over the last 6 months or so, and I just came to a Sunday afternoon and had a little bit of time, so I just thought I would put this out. I'm liking this workout because you get a good workout in, and it doesn't take hours and hours and hours to do, and you feel like you've got a little bit of a punch on the workout, so it's kind of helpful. So we're going to get into the pick drill. So come ahead and start at the release position. And we're just going to go ahead and do arms only, arms and body, half slide, and then full slide. I'm going to talk you through a little bit about where your weight should be positioned, where the handle should finish, and some things that I've been advising my clients to do, just in terms of getting ready for that catch. So we're going to go arms only, 3, 2, 1 on this one. And I'm just concentrating on keeping myself nice and relaxed. If I were balancing something on my head, I would be able to keep that object balanced on my head. So everything I'm doing is very controlled, very precise. I'm engaged in the core here. I'm connecting my hands to my feet. And as you can see on my force curve there, at the top of the screen, I'm picking up pretty quickly. This isn't about like tons of force. This is just about being precise at both ends. So picking that up, picking that handle up, and just trying to keep everything else under control. All right, I'm gonna go arms and body in 2. That's 1, 2 on this one, and swing. You can relax the knees a little bit here. I wouldn't say bring the knees up, but we're just trying to stretch over. And this is what I'm going to talk about today, is where is your center of gravity. And I'm finding that some people sort of lay back here and their center of gravity comes back here, and I'm going to advise against doing that. I want you to keep your center of gravity sort of right in front of you and moving forward in this direction, so that you get some weight into the feet. So feeling that center of gravity, right? So that you've got some weight in the feet so you can do some work, and always maintaining that connection with the footboard, right? What I'm also doing is laying back to the 11 o'clock position. I'm not saying you shouldn't lay back, but watch where your weight is balanced and try to finish the handle sort of under the chin, right? That's a good position. And what that allows us to do is get the body over, get the shoulders out in front of the hips, and get to this important body over position. And I'm gonna go half slide. That's 1 and 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and swing. There we go. Yeah. And what I'm trying to do here is be sharp at the front end, be sharp at the catch, but not try and kill it, right? That first inch is quick and it's light. Think 70%. Let the lats load up. Feel the acceleration. Accelerate with the speed of the wheel, right? You're always feeling like your abs are working. You start to push. And I'm just going for smoothness. And you can see my force curve there is, there we go. It's nice and smooth. And I'm swinging over here, right? The transfer, my center of gravity is moving out here. It's not behind me. And what that does is give me some control into that front end. Good, and we're 4 minutes in, and we're gonna go full slide in 2, 1, 2, and swing. Making sure my center of gravity is coming this way. You can see in the bottom of the screen my time to peak force. Like it's how quickly is, how long does it take me to get to that peak force, right? My drive length is in the top right. And what I'm doing here is the length of the stroke is set right here. Like how well do I swing over? That's where the length goes. It's not by trying to reach for more. Good. The other thing I've got on this readout here is a ratio of the average force in the stroke divided by the peak force. That's the bottom right hand corner. And so the higher the number that is, the more filled out my force curve is, right? If my force curve were more triangular, then that ratio wouldn't be so high. So what we, you can't row a perfect rectangle, which would be the area underneath that curve is the impulse. But the more I can hold that number, average force divided by peak force, the more rounded. So it's just one more metric to watch here. And my heart rate's going up. So we're gonna row for about another minute. And again, trying to keep my center of gravity forward so I've got good connection with the foot stretchers. So I'm maintaining connection all the way through. and I'm sending it, right? I'm feeling the power here and trying to remain suspended all the way through the stroke. And the better I do that, the more rounded the second half of my force curve gets. It's not perfect. And I'm gliding forward. Good stroke length here. Okay, so 10 more seconds and then easy. Two more. And easy, good. Okay, so we're warmed up pretty good here. And so what we're gonna do is you can stop the video here and stretch for a little bit. I'm not gonna do a stretching, but really work on hip mobility, working on hamstring mobility, work on your ankle mobility, those kinds of things. I see a lot of people having back pain because they're not working their hip mobility. So getting the hip flexors stretched out, those kinds of things actually helps alleviate that back pain. So if you're having some back pain, again, not medical advice, but make sure that you really are stretching your hips. Make sure you're stretching, that mobility, and it's likely that some of that back pain will go away. Again, not medical advice, disclaimer, but you would be surprised that people forget that hip flexors are actually a key part of keeping that pain out of the back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop this workout, and I'm actually going to dive into the settings here real quick and just make sure that my maximum heart rate is set here. Yeah, so my max heart rate is, let's go, it's about 172, something like that. And we're going to go percent of maximum heart rate here. So when you see the heart rate percentages, you're going to see it as a function of the percent heart rate. And I'm going to try to aim to be at about 75%, just a little bit above that today. I've had a couple of heart operations, so my heart does not go as high as it used to. So don't worry if your heart rate isn't quite what mine is doing. I'm going to be aiming for 75, 77, 78% of max heart rate. We'll see if I get there, but it's helpful for you to know what I'm kind of aiming for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this training plan button here. My clients are familiar with this, and what shows up here are the training plan that they're working on, right? So for example, if I want to look at some past training, I press that at the bottom, and each of these training sessions have start training next to them. And what I've done is configure the intervals on my system so that once you press start training, we get into a flow where the PM5 is being programmed specifically for the protocol, and then at the end of the workout it's automatically uploaded to the logbook as well as my training system. So it's pretty frictionless data transfer. So I'm going to go ahead and press start training here, and then I'm going to turn on the monitor, and let's connect the heart rate here while we're at it. So I want to make sure the heart rate's there. So I'm going to reconnect that. And then what I'm going to do is, here's the ID number of my machine. I'm going to press that. And then what's going to happen is you're going to see this message saying it's programming the PM5 monitor, right? So what it's doing is programming 6 5-minute pieces with 2 minutes rest into the program here. And if I go and swipe left, those have been set up and the heart rate is there. So I'm going to keep it on this screen, I think, for most of it, and then we're going to go from there. So you should be 6 by 5 minutes with 2 minutes rest as your protocol. I'm going to go ahead and grab some water real quick, and then we'll get rolling. So my goal on these is to hit about 24 strokes per minute and just really row well, okay? So if you're ready, We'll start the training session in 5 seconds, okay? 5 minutes first, 2 minutes rest, times 6, okay? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, ready, go. Right into it. There we go. All right, below low, and put a little bit more on it. See my stroke right there. Now I'm at 24. I'm keeping my center of gravity forward. Smooth. Good rhythm. Good. For me, I want to try and get these around about 2 minutes. Yeah. Getting my weight on the handle. Sort of in my UT3B. You might call it UT2 zone here. I'm normally steady stating around 120 to 125. Halfway. I'm going to get about 1,200 meters on each one. Being smooth here. Efficient. Hitting rhythm at 24. Good. Nice and relaxed. Center of gravity out here. Yeah. That's it. Around about 2 minute splits. Accelerate and then glide. Good. Just getting a solid first 5 minute piece in the bag. Staying long. Now into my UT2 zone, about 132. Here we go, that's one, right? 2-minute rest, grab some water. One done, 5 to go. I felt pretty good. I came in around about 2 minutes. Whatever that is for you is fine. My heart rate was about 132. So, you know, probably a little bit harder. You can hear me breathe. A little bit harder than standard steady state. You can go harder on these if you wish. Like if you want to turn this into a threshold workout, that works too. I'm not going to do that today, but definitely if you want to go harder on this and turn it into more of a threshold workout, you can do that. That's not a problem. So it's up to you to decide how to get the rest is a little generous, but it allows quality, right? So what I'm saying about center of gravity is, you know, we're coming in here at the release and I want to be out smooth into this position, getting some weight in the feet so I'm ready to go. Once I've hit this position early in the recovery, nothing else changes above the hip. And I can just roll in and I'm ready to go. If you haven't prepped the body, say that you don't get a lot of forward body angle before the knees start to rise, then you're either rowing short or you could let your hands dive down at the catch. This way, I'm organized, I got everything ready to go, and all I gotta do is roll up and hook and connect the handle to the foot stretcher through my feet, right? So that's what we're looking to do. 15 seconds, same again, trying to hit 24. Again, do what rate, whatever you feel, you know, it works, but we're just gonna try and throw the dots in the same place on the dartboard. Okay, here we go. Go. There's 24. Thing I like about having the first one done, it just opens up your system. Again, center of gravity, this way, early preparation. There, right? Finding that groove. Sending, right? Catch, send. Quick catch. I think 70%. Just that first inch. And then surge. All the way through. Heart rate gets quicker there this time. Glide, sting, glide, sting, glide, sting. Yeah. 131. Getting into my zone now. A little harder to maintain a conversation for me. Arms away, swing. Arms away, upper body swing. Halfway. That's it. Connect the handle to the foot stretcher, pushing the machine away. Yeah, 24, 134. Good. Rhythm. Relaxation forward, sting through the drive. Doing my best to keep my hands level. I have a bad habit of lifting. I think all that force needs to go horizontal. Good. 2.7 average. Yeah. Set. Center of gravity this way. Good. There it is. Great. That's 3 done. We can switch back. Take a look at that. 136 UT2. I might leave it on this screen for the next one. If they're interested in what my force curve is doing, what my drive length is doing, the time to peak force, how quickly I'm getting, and then that bottom right number, which currently says not a number, is again that difference between how triangular my force curve is, which isn't great, to how rectangular my force curve is. If I take the average force and I divide it by the peak force, I'm getting a ratio. Okay, so just to explain that number to you, and I'm looking for it to be above 65%. That tells me I'm rounding out my force curve. If it's 50%, then you've got something that looks triangular. If it's 100%, you've got yourself a rectangle force curve. Good luck getting that, but it is the ideal shape to get the most amount of impulse in that area under the force curve. But it's just something I picked up in a newsletter once that was quite helpful. I'm going to tell my Apple Watch that I'm recording a rowing workout. So hopefully this next one, same thing, trying to hit 24. I've got the stroke rate there so I can see that, getting a few more metrics. This is probably way too much data to keep a track of, but you can set the screen up however I want. This is how I'm doing it. All right, 10 seconds. We're going for the third one. Same again, right? Just being consistent with these. Ready and go. There we go. So, how I am maintaining that force curve is by holding on to that suspension all the way through the drive. Gonna hold the knees a little bit on the way forward. Try and get a bit more drive length. There it is. Yeah. Little high. There. Push here. Push the foot stretcher away. Maintaining around 65%, bottom right, not bad. Breathing, flow. Good. Halfway. Want to watch my length. If you get tired, you could shorten up. Right? So watching that metric. So make sure that you're maintaining your length. Stay long. Stay in control. Heart rate 138. All right. So now I'm feeling maybe 6 or 7 out of 10. Drop the rate a little bit. Good. All done, folks. Stay long. Stay smooth. Good connection. Swinging over here. Center of gravity coming forward, not behind me. Good. All right, last 15. And halfway. Good. Okay. So, I maintain just above 200 watts on that. I'm pretty happy with my force curve. It goes a bit flat towards the end, suggesting that I'm not quite holding on to the back end. Force curves are funny in that you can think of a force curve as like a semester-long course in college. And in order to get an A in the class, you've got 2 midterms and a final. The catch, your initial leg drive and suspension, is the first midterm. Gotta do well there. through the middle of the drive, using the body weight to keep that force as high as possible, hence the percentage number. That's your second midterm. But to really get an A for the class, get an A for the stroke, that last third of the drive, maintaining that suspension there, so making sure that you're keeping the handle accelerating through as best you can, that's the trickiest part because the handle's already moving pretty quickly. So to add more value to it, the faster it gets, the more skill you need, and the more strength to some degree. There's more about skill than it is about just having sheer strength to do it, right? So that's what we're looking for in a good force curve. I've got a video on my channel about rowing an effective force curve if you want to check that out. So that's what I'm looking for, and again, nobody's perfect here. But that's kind of helpful. So I'm going to switch back to the splits view now on this, and you'll see where we are with that. Quick water, 10 seconds, 8 seconds. All right, third quarter here. This counts, right? Anybody can do the last two, but let's do the fourth and the fifth one well. Going for quality, attacking it right from the first stroke. Not waiting 2.5 minutes. Yeah. 24. Long. Yeah, hold on to it all the way through. Row the final well. Good. Swing, send, swing, send. Relax, but precise. There we go. 135. Making sure I'm sitting up. Send. Send. All the way through. Use your body weight. Good. Feel the rhythm. 24. There you go. Center of gravity this way. So that you're ready to immediately change direction. Turn on a dime. Here. No waiting. Yeah. It's a good fourth one. I'm a little bit ahead. Breathe. Let the air in. Stay in control. Little high. 24. Last minute. Third quarter, dig in. All right, 141. That's okay. Gonna maintain here. Twenty seconds. Yeah. 10 seconds. Good. 4 done, 2 to go. Well done. Stay with me. Okay. Letting the air in. Let the air in. Relax. Move back and forth. Passive rest now, right? You know, it's been, especially for something like this, passive rest is good. The research supports it. We want to cool down afterwards a little bit, but, feels good. Now we got 2 more. I'm not going to change anything here for this 5th one. Like, you can see my splits, round about 2 minutes for all of them. That's what I want, right? When we're talking about training, using the terms of accuracy and precision, accuracy is hitting the target split for the workout, whatever that is. And the precision is if you've got multiple intervals that you're hitting close to that target, right? There's not a lot of deviation between them. And that's good training, right? So knowing what your numbers are, whatever your numbers are for this workout, but then being consistent with that, right? That's the way to train. Sorry, I took my hat off if the sound went off. But that's the way to train, right? Being consistent with that. I'm feeling good about that. So we got 2 more. I'm gonna try to hit 24 now. What happens sometimes is as you get more into the workout, it becomes a little harder to keep that rate at 24. So I'm really gonna try to do that. And I'm gonna compensate to keep the split, really making sure I'm driving well and accelerating all the way through with a good pickup, but not trying to be so quick on the slide, right? All right, here we go, 5 seconds. 5th one, let's go. Push. Gonna try and hit. Here we go. 24, there. 159. Sitting up. Smooth power. Yeah. Smooth. Change in direction at the catch. Length. This is the hardest one. Anybody can do that last one, but this is the hard one. Yeah. Swing here. Arms away. Bring the shoulders with you.
Good. "24, send it." Yeah. Here we go. Good. Stay long. Rowing well. Putting the power in at the 24. Push pry. Push the foot stretcher, then pry the handle. Good. Here we go. Is every movement you're making helping the wheel go faster? If you're making a movement that isn't adding to speed, cut it out of your system. 143. Now we're working. Now it feels more like a 7, 7.5. One minute, long, poise, control. Good. One drive at a time. Keep it present. Don't worry about the end. "20 seconds. 24. There it is. And time. Good. 5 done. Good. Passive rest. Catch your breath. Grab some water. Heart rate went into the 140s on that one. So, you know, I would say for me, this is getting on for UT1, you know, 80%, somewhere between 80 and 85%. So 7 out of 10, that's what it feels like. You can obviously work in this zone, but the point is I've got about half an hour of work here at this price point. You know, and I'm not getting too much rest, so I'm getting good mid-range aerobic workout. So this is not the way I'm doing this, a steady state workout at this point. You know, I put a lot of steady state workouts out on the channel. Have to be careful how much I do with this stuff, you know, for my own health, but you know, it's a good workout. We're done in about 40 minutes. And then you can feel good about your day, right? In the morning, whenever you row in the afternoon. I normally row in the afternoons, right after school. Get home after teaching, and then I'm hitting this machine for an hour. You know, 5x2Ks, you know, around about 70% of max heart rate. That just, you know, burns fats and just keeps the weight off, keeps me mentally in a good place so I can perform well. So hopefully the workouts are doing the same for you. 20 seconds, and then we do the last one. All right, feel good about this one. What I might do on this one is push the last minute. It's entirely up to you to do what you want, but I'm gonna sort of start to create some torque and maybe bring the rate up to 28, 29 in the last minute. You do not have to. Here we go. On this one, straight into it. Yeah, right on it. 24. Good. Seeing 158s, 159s. Long. Last one, well done. Making it this far. Again, we're tired, but we keep things under control. Always rowing with poise when the pressure's on. "24" for now. Good. Length. That's it, chest up. Center of gravity this way. So I've got good connection to the footboards because my center of gravity is not behind me. Good. Length. Relax. Really important to maintain relaxation once we're tired. To try to hold to 24 just for another minute. There. All right, here we come. Here we go. Here we come. Here we go. 10 seconds. If you're going with me, do it on the power, not rushing the slide. Go. Yeah. Good. Long. Do it through the stroke, through the drive. "153s. Good. Control. Poise. There it is. Okay. And you can see my app at the end of that workout. So not only does the app program the intervals that I set up, it also auto terminates the workout and sends that data to my server, so I don't have to touch anything and that data is transferred. So if I got a client who's doing that, you know, respecting their time, getting that data over to me, and then they can leave a comment if they wish, which is great. So I'm just rolling it out here. Well done on that training session. Now I've worked up a sweat. I think I got to about 140, high 140s on that. But it felt good. 7, maybe more like 8 out of 10 on the end there. But just a very good aerobic building workout if you're looking for a little bit more challenge. All right. And so we're just gonna row it out for a couple of minutes. I think, you know, a good idea would be after this, row it out for a good 5 minutes, right? Good technique. Don't row short, don't row badly, reinforce the right habits. You don't have to work that hard, but just row well all the time. We say row well back to the dock. It's a good idea. And then stretch it out. Hip mobility is key. Ankle mobility is key. So even now I've got my center of gravity just around about here, right? Rather than being back here. What that enables me to do is get the handle out, get the body over, and now I'm ready to go now. So I can just change direction. All right. I'm gonna go another 3 minutes. Another 40 seconds. And then easy. Good. Getting the ratio into it. Ten seconds. And easy. Good. Okay. So if I hit okay here and hit training plan once more, and then just press that workout, I've got all the stats right here. You can see it here. 159.9. So I hit my 2-minute target, around about 200 watts, about 7,500 distance. No notes yet, but I could put some notes in. And here are the intervals and the ending heart rates on each one. So I feel pretty good about that. I hope you got some benefit out of the workout. Again, I am Neil Bergenroth. I run an online coaching business. I coach people all over the world of all experience levels. So whatever that project or that goal is, I'm a guy that can help you. So if you're getting some value out of the videos, first of all, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But check my website out, coachbergenroth.com, for lots of articles and tips, things like that. I really enjoy rowing, I can probably tell. And if I can help you in any way, devise a plan, reach your goals, whatever those are, general health, fitness, going for the World Indoor Rowing Championships, trying to get a college scholarship, an ultra distance event, whatever it is, I have expertise in all of those different areas. So if I can help you in any way, that'd be great. Otherwise, keep enjoying the content, Please share my content. That's how I keep the lights on here at coachbergenroth.com. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you for joining. I'm really glad I did this, and I'm glad you're with me on this journey. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.